Hi, cuties. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Soda. Poking Ron. Just seeing Menace. Like most menaces, we are very cute. That's why you're allowed to be a menace. What do you mean you bought both Fire Red and Leaf Green? Yeah? What else was I going to do? There were Pokemon games available for purchase. There's not really another option. Corporate shill, of course, because everybody who engages with something is a shill, and everybody who chooses not to engage with it is a hater. We don't do nuance here on the internet. I seen you the colored crony. Yeah, you sent it to me yesterday. It looks really good too. $10, and we have 2 badges. A lot of things. Speedrunner is not one of them. Oh, that's right. We were doing the SSN. Let's check on our cuties real quick. That's right. We have Mio, our Meowth, Wild Cherry, Coffee, Seltzer, Macchiato, Coors, the 67th fastest person to beat Bowser's Fury 100%. Nice. Doing better than me. I was like 420th. Also, I've never played Bowser's Fury. I'd like to, though. It looks really cool. My buddy Machoke is super strong. He has enough strength to move big rocks. Oh! Ooh. Item on your table. A soup potion. Wait, I thought you were making a joke. You're actually the 67th? That's amazing. Ooh, hyper potion in the trash can. Hell yeah. Is that a trash can? Is it a bucket? Well, whatever. Stole their insulin. They'll be fine. The number has become a joke to me because the stupid hand motion you do is a British language sign for balls. No, that's amazing. That makes it even better. Beat it in 4.5 hours. That's the perfect follow-up to Gusty's post. Sailor Duncan. Speaking of, I am so excited because the local Walmart that I go to is getting a Dunkin' Donuts. It's not open yet, but for like the last 5 or 6 years, well, I'd say about 4 years actually, because there used to be a Subway, not for trains, but for sandwiches, in my Walmart, and they took it out and they just replaced it with nothing, and they just used that area as storage for online pickup. So there was nowhere to go and sit down in the Walmart. But now they have everything set up to where they're going to have a Dunkin' Donuts in there. Say cheers, drinking champagne and such. In French, we say chin chin. In Japanese, it sounds like penis. It sounds like the word for penis. But in addition to the Dunkin' Donuts being in there, they put the benches back in like around the Walmart because like after in 2020 they took out all of the benches from the Walmart, so there was no place to sit. What do you say, Prost? For cheers or for penis? Well, no, they took away the benches, so there was nowhere to sit down in the entire Walmart. And when I was shopping there yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they actually had them back in a few spots. Nature is actually healing. Your spirit sank me. Found a 2018 Miku I drew. Might redraw her this week. Awesome. You know what they say about sailors and battling. What do you... That they battle evil by moonlight? That they got a big dick? Maybe. I don't feel like that's particularly necessary for being a sailor. But I'm sure it doesn't hurt. Well, maybe it does if, like, you just kind of, like, thrust it in there if you're not careful, but... Hi, Dot. Fun fact, I was actually going to start stream 10 minutes earlier, but she decided to jump on me and just start being the squishiest, most snuggly little baby. Right, good battle, mate. Miku in question. Okie dokie. What are we, a sailor, mate? See the fishing guru in Vermilion City? Dot, calm down, girlie. Oh, that's a super cute Miku. It aged appropriately for a drawing. I mean, you definitely have improved, but it still has a charm to it. Whoa, homie just Cynthia'd me. I like feisty kids like you. Sailor Dylan. That's very, who starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. I remember something once drew Miku and saw quote routine in Portuguese, something Freddie Mercury something. That's a line to enter on. Hi Cole, how are you doing on this lovely Monday afternoon? I know I put Pokemonday in the stream title. That doesn't mean I'm gonna remember it's Monday. I'm trying not to let Macchiato take over everything, but I mean, Gen 1 has no shortage of pure water types. Or does Gen 2 or Gen 3 or Gen 4? I think they mean like Freddie Mercury because she had thicker eyebrows. I think thick eyebrows on girls is cute though. Ah, lost it. Sea Pokemon live in deep water. You'll need a rod to fish them up. Ether. Even a sailor's a Pokemon too. Pokemon 2 confirmed. What if they revealed Pokemon 2 and it turns out every game that's come out since then has just been a variation of the first game? Like, we spent 30 years making variants of Gen 1. I need to heal my Chew. Season 1 of One Piece. Some people already think that, though. I mean, I kind of get that criticism a little bit, going from, like, Gen 1 through 4. But, like, from Gen 5 onward, every game is, like, pretty damn different. I know the core battle system's similar, but if that's the only thing they think the gameplay is, what are you doing? Pay attention. Macchiato's getting overleveled. Darn it, I should have... No, wait, I don't have the experience share yet. Damn it. Someone gifted me a sub to Amelie. Cool. Asking a Pokemon fan to pay attention is ableist, Kaya. Hey, you're not bad. It's like asking a Dragon Ball fan to read Dragon Ball. It's just... It's not gonna happen. Caught all our Pokemon while we're out at sea. TM44 contains rest. I wish I could have that TM in real life. Okay. That's Macchiato. Wouldn't it be overflowing? Mods. Okay, wait. Before I battle these two guys, let's go back to the healing lady. It's got to be one of these doors, I'm sure. Hi, Dot. Wait, was it that one? Nope, you're the lady who wants a cherry pie. Really good song, by the way. As a mod, I request you answer Cole's query. No. Not to what you said, Maddie, but no, the answer is no. He's flowing quite normally, actually. This healing lady's not actually here in red, blue, and yellow. So, you have to, like, leave the SSN and walk back to the Pokemon Center every time you need to heal. Which isn't that much of a hassle, because the SSN won't leave until you finish the story mission you need to do. But it's one of those things just like... Dot, please stop slapping me in the face. Matey, you're walking the plank if you lose. Learn today that the Artemis 2... Okay, sorry about that. This cat has no chill. When she wants to be snuggled, there is no other option, apparently. Yeah, I got silenced, alright. She headbutted the microphone. Not hard, but it hit the little mute thing on the front. The car is the censor. I'm being silenced. Oh, fuck. Coffee just got whipped. I feel like all of my Pokemon have, like, much, much lower defense than normal, except for Macchiato. Like, I understand... Wait, what's my Pidgeotto's nature? Rash. Oh, Maddie dearest. Could you go check the natures real quick? Because I think Rash increases special attack, but I don't remember what it lowers. Pikachu's hasty. I know Seltzer, hasty boosts speed and lowers defense, which is a very Pikachu kind of nature, but he does not take hits very well. I'm really trying to use the microphone, and Dot keeps, every time I get closer, Rash is minus special defense. Okay. Forward to Pokemon Champions. Not gonna lie, I want to get into competitive because of it. I love competitive. I'm definitely at least gonna like download it and try it out a little bit. And yeah, the Switch does have 2 Gen 1 remakes, though honestly Fire Red and Leaf Green and the Let's Go games are so different in vibe and feeling that I don't really feel like they overlap each other. Can't tell if you're from the seas or the mountains, but stop and chat. All my Pokemon are from the sea. Yeah, competitive Pokemon's super fun. Barney. Kind of feeling like I could use a Psychic. I dodged the 100% poison chance. I always forget Tentacool has an enormous ass. Like, it can tank, its special defense is so high. Tentacruel actually has a pretty good competitive history. Just because, like, once you get outside of Gen 1, which is so dominated by Psychic types, Water Poison's actually a really good defensive type profile. Try Champions just to see what I can do. Yeah, VGC is super fun. Like, I actually played competitive fairly seriously in Generation 6 and a little bit in Gen 7. But Gen 7, focusing on the Tapus and Ultra Beast, kind of killed a lot of my enthusiasm. And then Gen 8 had, like, Dynamax and Gigantamax, which I didn't really find to be a fun gimmick. And then for Gen 9, I was mildly interested, but I didn't really have time. Well, that's not true. I wanted to use my time for other things. Darn, I let that one get away. I also just really like Mega Evolution. Because I'll be honest, I love Mawile, and she is my very favoritist favorite. But she's not too good in competitive without her Mega. And by not too good, I mean she learns Intimidate, and that's it. Mega Wario real? I thought you already knew. Go into the kitchen. You, mon petit, we are busy here. Out of the way. I'm so sorry about that soda. One great ball. I'd like to think both of them are at least pretty decent. So an odd berry in the trash. Wonder if that was. Ahem, I am indeed le chef. The main course is salmon du salade. Les guests may gripe it's fish again, however. So you're confirming that real salmon exist. Gotcha. So busy, I'm getting dizzy. You have to give me room here. Pecha berry. Okay, because in red, blue, and yellow, the great ball's not over there. The great ball's hidden in the trash can. Inside this, there's nothing here. Hum-dee-dum-dee-ho. I peel spuds every day. Cherry berry. Did you hear about Snorlax? It's a glutton. No other Pokemon eats and sleeps the way Snorlax does. Chesto berry. I don't know if Mega Metacham is great or anything, but I'm excited to try and use her. She's pretty good. I only get to peel onions. I'm sure Hexchu will be excited when she gets to Onion Guy. I'm kidding. She's never going to start the game. She spent over 300 hours soft resetting data shiny starter and 1 out of 8,192 odds. Your ship is a luxury liner for the trainers of the world. At every port, we hold parties with invited trainers. So on Artist, did a traditional alcohol marker artwork, and I wanted to learn how to do it. Okay, I saw something, Maddie. I need to send this to you. Because Maddie, you remember that one account that I showed you that had the Japanese like pencils? They also showed these amazing fountain pens that are super cute. Okay, I sent it in the Gay Nerds chat. But yeah, they're from Pilot. And they are super cool. They're really cute. And they're fountain pens. Gay Nerds. So that's the name of Maddie and I's chat. Because we have our regular chat, which is just a regular chat. And then we have a separate chat room called Two Gay Nerds. Where we have other conversations unrelated to the one we're having in the main chat. Listen, okay, when you and the homie are both neurodivergent, you've got to have at least 2 chats that's just the 2 of you. The party's over. The ship will be departing soon. Ahoy there! Are you seasick? No, dude, I'm just regular sick. I just stroll up in here with, like, sunglasses and a sideways baseball cap and a shirt that's 3 sizes too large and doing, like, kick flips on my skateboard. Yo, that girl's sick. Okay, let's see if Coffee cannot get immediately hosed. God fucking damn it. You got this, Coffee. Okay, that's right. Look at me funny, you little bitch. Get blown. I think my mom watches your streams. I say this because she is reheating leftover spaghetti with shredded cheese on it. The cheesening. It's powerful. Whirlwind? No, I'm not learning Whirlwind. I mean, I don't mind looking at you. Ooh. Also, if you hear lots of crumble-umbling outside, my driveway is being paved? Kinda? It's not really paved, but it's like, it's being redone by big, loud machines. How are things? I mean, I'm definitely feeling better today than I have been the last couple days. I was off from job today, which is weird for a Monday. You leering or glaring? Both, you're gleering. I was just careless. Well, also, today's been super nice. It hasn't been too hot, but it hasn't been, like, cold either. Our neighbors across the street are getting something done, too, so I have no idea if anything I hear is you or me. Good. My cover's perfect. It's more than just a cover, it's a quilt. Ooh, I feel ill. I got seasick, so I stepped out to get some air. Scrubbing decks is hard work. Hey, matey, let's do a little jig. Leap off. Love women. Well, you're in the right place. Should have scrubbed your deck regularly. Raise a leaf. Ow, ow, kitty on my titties, ow. Those things are sharp, girly pop. Hoping I can open commissions next month. Hell yeah. Kitty titties. Well, okay, like, but this kitty has very sharp claws in my titties. It's not... You're impressive. It's significantly less fun in practice than it sounds to say with your mouth. Make sure she doesn't pop them. I paid a lot of money for these boobs. Elf on the shelf. Now we have Kitty on the titty. Got this week off. One more week of work, then I'm out of a job. Congratulations. I don't know how your job was, but I'm assuming not good if you're excited to be out of it. Then again, even if there's a job you don't hate, just having to go to work every day can make things kind of suck. I've journeyed far and wide, but in all my travels, I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. Oh, homie, thick. See, I like that Gusty is like, you have 1 unit of free time. Guild Wars? It's literally like Gusty, where someone could play Guild Wars. It's like when you're standing in the kitchen and you open a pop-top can and your cat just comes running. I don't hate the job, it's just, we had differences here and there. I've been an office job for almost 3 years. I gotcha. Check out what I fished up. Dale with a Goldeen. The Daledeen, not the Daledeen. Ooh, Mia picked up something. The Horror attack. It's my attack. I want to show you Supersonic. You know, like, regardless of what you may think of Sonic Riders gameplay, holy shit, the intro was, like, raw as hell. I so miss games having hand-drawn anime intros. Like, there's still a few here and there, mostly like the Tales series and the occasional indie game. God fucking damn it! Oops. People were nice, but, like, I didn't make any friends. Management was nice, but don't really want to adapt to my needs. Just got burnt out because of how harsh the processes were. Yeah, I understand that. Also, fun little thing, just remember when you're playing Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch, not only are the in-game functions of Start and Select mapped to X and Y, but, they're literally considered the X and Y button by the game, so if you mash all 4 face buttons by accident, you can end up soft resetting yourself. Okay. Got a... Holy shit, Mio. In the bed like, I'm gonna show you. See, I really need to get Seltzer to level 28 because that's when he will learn Thunderbolt. That level is ingrained into my brain. Because okay, in Red and Blue, not Yellow, just specifically in Red and Blue, none of the gym leaders' TMs are learned naturally by any Pokemon. And the thing is, one of the TMs is Thunderbolt. So no Pokemon in Gen 1 learns the best electric type attack naturally. This is changed in Yellow because Pikachu will actually naturally learn Thunderbolt at level 28. And I was so excited by that because you only get one Thunderbolt TM. Most TMs in Gen 1 you only get one of. There are a handful you can buy, but it's like Reflect, Light Screen. Also, a random thing I found out, sadly, way too late after beating the game. In Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, since there's no game corner, because no game after Heart Gold and Soul Silver have the game corner, you can just go to one of the cities and just buy, like, Flamethrower and Thunderbolt and shit. Thanks, Peggy. Party? The cruise ship's party should be over by now. Competing against the young keeps me youthful. Also, Dot is now very comfortably flopped over on my tummy. So she's not a thick cat, but she is a long cat. So she just, like, sits on my leg across my tummy and rests her head on my chest. You know, the weird thing that gets me about Peggy Soda, and I have a whole rant on this, is that games that have fake gambling, like Pokemon, will be rated really harshly. But games where you can just gamble for real, like, you know, every sports game, that gets a 3+. That's fine. It's fine if kids are gambling with real money, as long as they don't gamble with fake money. Ah, good match. I feel young again. 15 years ago, I would have won. Changing it recently. I know that the re-releases of Gen 1 and 2 on the 3DS got a Peggy 12, because they still had the, you know, they still had the game corner. So I had the most daydream thought. It was, what would my Pokemon gym be? I think it would be earthy battlefield with plants, forest, and outer ring. So I can spar with fighting types and grass bug babies. That sounds wonderful. I'm purple today. Hi, LD. How are you doing on this lovely Purple Monday? I know you've been feeling a bit rough, but I am here and I will do my best to help you feel better today. Okay, just fought these guys. Ah, yes, I have seen some Pokemon ferry people across the water. Dakota headline from Eurogamer, video game Peggy age ratings are changing in Europe, and it's probably not good for EA Sports FC. Massive applause. Small trees can be chopped down using the move cut, but remember this, cut is an HM technique. Once learned, it's not so easily discarded. Fun fact, in red, blue, and yellow, you literally cannot forget an HM move. There's no way. You're stuck with it forever on that Pokemon. Which do you find more worthy, a strong or a rare Pokemon? I am struggling, but it is what it is vibes, projecting my problems onto my OCs. As one does. Well, hey, I can't make the struggling end, but I can make sure you don't have to struggle alone. Yeah, I pretty much picked up on it. It took me a second. The dyslexia does get me here and there. Games with Battle Pass FOMO content will be Peggy 12 by default. Thank God. Honestly, that shit needs to be like... They need to be harsher on it. I think. Like, I think it needs to be like 17 plus by default. Which I know you might think is too much, but no, kids have no business. Because that shit manipulates your brain. It messes with you. It really targets ADHD people and young kids. And there's a reason I stay away from that stuff, because, like, I know that I'll want to get everything, and that's not feasible financially. It's designed from the ground up not to be feasible financially. Projecting your problems onto your OCs is unironically a good way of handling things. I must salute you. So, LD, so which of your OCs handles their problems by being hugged by a really cute mouse? I don't believe I saw you at the party. Let's see, loot boxes, so your average card pack systems, gacha systems, but also the keys to unlock random items. We tried to close the loopholes. The game sells these things really rated. Peggy 16. Fuck yeah. Crack down on that bullshit. Finally. My way to cope, draw big sexy tits. Valid. In a game where there's no chance of me getting everything, I lose all interest. I mean, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I would rather pay my $40 to $60, just get a game that's an entire game, and that's my game, and I play through it, and I beat it, and I probably play through it again later. Wait, Last Dawn? Is this a prequel? Even if I don't want everything, if I can get it, I'm chill. Exactly. Though it's interesting how my tastes have changed for some stuff when it comes to games, because, like, there are certain games where I'd, like, pass on this or that or not want to do it, but then I come back later, I'm like, no, this actually seems cool. I'll do this part now, too. Like, take it easy. Like, there are a lot of games also that I just feel differently about. Not worse or liking them any less than when I was younger, but rather that, like, there are a lot of games that speak to me in a different way with life experience. Your OCs in any way is fairly healthy. I adore your strong Pokemon. Oh, how I envy you for them. You can be a strong Pokemon too. I believe in you. X attack. I'm gonna sell that shit because I never use them. But first I'm gonna heal. Peggy is also thinking about games that are designed to make you come back daily with quests or login bonuses. They're apparently working on how to make it work because technically Animal Crossing but isn't toxic. Alvin GCP, welcome in, and thank you for the hydrate. Everybody grab your favorite sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage of choice. I got my water tumbler right here full of nice, cool, crispy water. And take a nice big sippy. Okay, random game trivia. Let's see here. Okay, I've got a really fun one, and it's Pokemon related. So, anybody here played and finished Pokemon Colosseum? Not XD, Colosseum specifically. Because if you have, you probably know that there's a finite number of Pokemon. There are no random battles, there are no wild battles in the game. And the thing is, one of the big appeals of Colosseum is that it has a lot of Pokemon that are not in Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire. So for a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, the way to get them was Colosseum. But if you wanted to add more Pokemon to use in your Colosseum, like after, because you can't trade with any of the Game Boy games till you've beaten the game. But if you wanted to add more Pokemon, there would be no way to have everything you caught in the main story and one more Pokemon with you. But though the game does have enough box space to have more than just the bare minimum. I just became a trainer, but I think I can win. But there is one specific method in Pokemon Coliseum that you can use to add extra Pokemon and keep everything you caught. All you have to do is trade one of the regular Pokemon you caught in Coliseum to a Game Boy game and trade in a Nincada. And as I'm sure most of you probably already know, when Nincada evolves, if you've got an empty spot in your party and at least one Pokeball in your inventory, Nincada will evolve into Ninjask, but it will also create a Shedinja in that open slot in your party. So you can get an additional Pokemon in Coliseum. So every time you do that, you have an additional Pokemon slot for another Pokemon you can add to Coliseum that's not... But you can still keep all the ones you want that you caught in your main playthrough. So you can actually add more slots to Coliseum by using Nincada. I've never seen anybody post anything about this online, because it always irritated me because I wanted to use other Pokemon in Coliseum besides just the ones you can catch in the game, but I still wanted all my Coliseum Pokemon to be on my save file. And I've never seen anyone online post anything about this. I actually discovered this loophole myself. So, much like the weird fact about Star Ocean and the analog stick thing, this is another one I have discovered myself. A lot to say about Battle Pass type stuff, but I cannot type fast enough to express my thoughts. Most of it's already been said anyway, but I'm still interested in what you have to say regardless. Yeah, innovating like no one else. I mean, I'm sure at least one other person's thought of it. I just haven't ever seen it posted anywhere. My Pokemon couldn't win. Haven't they grown enough? Speaking of groaning, we're going to do a tiny little smidge of grinding. I want to get everybody to like level 22, maybe 23. No, it's the first unique thought in centuries. Late 2024 is so stressful. I drew so much NSFW. I mean, I'm not complaining. Battle Pass stuff can be very suspicious, to put it lightly. I think it's bullshit. I hate Battle Passes. That turns me off of a game real fast. Because you see, ADHD will also flip it the other way, because I have time blindness. And there are a lot of times when, God fucking damn it, I misunderestimated the power of this coffee. They call me King Ho Coffee. But I have time blindness, and there are a lot of times when I'll think I played something, you know, a week ago, and then I'll load up the save file, and it's from, like, 2017 or something. Or be like, oh yeah, I played that, like, you know, maybe in December or something. And like, no. No, it has been 7 years. Dare you to catch a new Pokemon and call it Ravioli? Okay, you're in the wrong file for this because they all have drink names in this one. Ravioli would be a pretty good name for my something in Crystal, but I don't think I have anything left in Crystal to catch. Okay, then Pepsi. I already have a Pepsi. And besides, Maddie called it. It's getting named Yoo-Hoo. Descendant of a legendary animal, Baku, was said to eat dreams. It's skilled at hypnotism. I asked her if she wanted a Coke. She said she'd rather have Pepsi. Damn, she's a Pepsi chick. She's a Pepsi chick. Damn, she's a Pepsi chick. Damn, girl. Orangina. It's a French drink. Can I get a Sprite? Well, yeah, it's a 2D game. Everything's sprites. Win, lose, or draw. Those are all three things I do. Actually surprised they named Baku. Baku confirmed ancient Pokemon. No, I'm honestly, I still to this day believe that regular animals just also exist. They're very ambiguous about it, but they also haven't said that they don't. Baku is not a regular animal. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, so I guess that means it's Baku gone. I see me and you make the same sprite joke to nobody's surprise. Okay. It's just the type of stuff that works on people who are especially vulnerable and don't glean any amount of happiness from anything else, and it makes me so mad. 100% agree. Fosters addictive tendency towards the game because the amount of time you have to play it per day to get the Battle Pass rewards after paying, because of the limited stamina the gacha usually has. You have to pay more for... Exactly. It literally exploits people who have addictive personalities, who have addictive tendency, and a lot of people with ADHD have a really hard time just with serotonin, like any positive like brain hormone production. Well, hormone's not the right word. Brain chemical, I guess. Oh my gosh, leave Soda alone. 69 messages. That's not very nice. Sorry, Soda. Wanted to send the article. You could probably just send it to, like, just DM me. I'll look at it later, okay? It was funny that it ended up being exactly 69 messages. That and you being 67th in the world in Super Mario Bowser's Fury. You're just on it today. I'm over-leveling my starter. Help, I'm not 12, I promise. Doubtful. Didn't go my way. Ooh, Mia picked up another item. What you got? A Rostberry. Yay. Okay, let's heal up the cuties real quick. And save and go ahead and sell that nugget I got. Blue Archive has a battle pass for like 2 weeks a year. And it's completely aesthetic. I mean, yeah, I guess. But it's like, I just don't think it should be there at all. I'm always torn with free-to-play games because, yeah, I know you got to make money somewhere. But even with cosmetics, there's such a loud and vocal culture of, especially among kids who play games that have free-to-play and gacha elements, like, you know, getting mocked for having the default skins. Yeah, it's still predatory. You know, saying it like a predatory thing for something non-essential is better than it being pay to win. Like, yeah, sure, but, you know, it's like getting kicked in the shin is better than getting kicked in the nuts, but you're still hurting. Two nuggets? Whoa, big dollar monies. Like, comment, and subscribe for more money-saving tips. Because you can't get it's thing you can't get anywhere else that draws people to it, not its utility. Exactly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 balls. 10 balls. Still don't get my premiere ball. I'm mad about it. A game with competitive culture aesthetics can be bad because got to be in the in-gang and here's to customize your cafe thing. But yeah, I get it. Like, I still get it, but it's still predatory. Like I said, it's not like the worst predatory, but it's still there. And generally, most people in my friend group seem to be neurodivergent. Because, like, and I've seen it draw in people. I've seen it, like, take advantage of Wario Divergent. Wah! That bitch is a wah! She wants to meet. Oh, I missed! Okay, guys, I know I'm definitely going to keep Pikachu and Meowth and Bulbasaur. I also want to be... Oh, I missed! Spent 100 euros on Blue Archive last month. We wanted Magical Suzumi. I don't want to criticize how people spend their money, because what is and isn't a priority to you is your decision, but, like, you could have just bought a real video game. That's honestly what kind of got me off of ordering, like, takeout pizza and stuff like that for a while. Is there was a game I wanted on eBay that was, like, $15 or something, or but it would have been, like, 20 after shipping. But it's, like, before shipping, it was around the same price it is to me for me to buy a pizza and get it delivered without a coupon or anything, and I'm just like... Yeah, the pizza's good, but I could have just had this video game instead. Which, like, I know that's weird. Like, I know not everybody is obsessed with video games and collecting them the way I am. I get that. But it's like... I don't know. I guess, once again, maybe I'm just old, but I would rather own something that's solid and real for my money. I don't have many games to buy lately. Mostly free to play in BA anyway. Pizza's good for a couple days, but a game is good for as long as the game works. I sink so much money into Genshin because of hyperfocus and addiction, and I hate it because after the hyperfocus wears off, it's like, wow, I don't care about this stuff at all, and it means nothing to me. I do worry about that a lot, because, like... Okay, hypothetically, let's say, instead of getting into, like, Genshin or something, someone got obsessed with Red Dead Redemption 2. You know, and they squeezed every little bit of Red Dead Redemption out of it, and then they decided that they no longer are interested in funny cowboy game. You know, you could go at least give it away to a friend or sell it back to GameStop for 35 cents or something. Donate it to your local thrift store. But when you put that money into something with, like, a live service like that, and you lose interest, you can uninstall, sure, but you get nothing back. And that's really... Oh, fuck, I forgot they learned double kick this early. Oh, God, oh, fuck. Magnitude Sven. And, like, honestly, LD, it's like... I don't want to keep people away from things that make them happy, but... It is a situation I worry about, because, like... God fucking damn it, I knew it had double kick. Why did I leave cores in? I'm not paying attention. The mouse is not locked in. Suzumi has been a favorite character of mine. She's been there since launch, finally got some love and character development. As a fan of the character, go, yes, please give me more. I don't pull all the time with Blue Archive. I can plan in advance. I want to mainly pay when it's the FES event. I mean, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to spend your money. I just, like... I don't know. Maybe this is just me being a little older. But, you know, I've watched a lot of things go offline, even when they were popular. You know, I've watched a lot of things just fade away, and, like... I don't know. I think it's just the fundamental design of how free-to-play works that rubs me the wrong way. Like LD said, it gets very predatory, very FOMO. People go to the casino, I go to gacha. That... I get it, but instead of rolling for waifus, I just buy figures, get cute girl in real life, and have resale value. Boom. There you go. Hey, you could give me 100 euros to draw a PNG of a waifu. It's hard being the bad guy telling people not to enjoy something they like, especially when they don't realize they've been conditioned into something bad for them. Well, okay, I was like having freaking sinus headaches for a week and a half and feeling miserable and depressed, so you wouldn't have gotten much art out of me back then. My cutest girl ever, Namek Goku, shirtless. That sounds pretty great to me. Grew up with Luigi's Casino on DS, then just play that. Fake gamble. BRB bringing sister food. Okay, go feed your sister. Bite the Spearow. Bite is a special attack in this game. Biting is pretty special. True. Let's go, Mio. Don't look at me. Ooh, ball. I need to grab that ball. So I think the game could be turned up just a teeny smidge. Okay. How's that? I'm looking for the Pokemon Nidorino. Want to trade for my Nidorina? No. Oh well. See what the binoculars have to show. To get to Lavender Town from Cerulean City, Rock Tunnel appears to be a good route to take. Let's see what the binoculars have to show. A big Pokemon's asleep on the road. If you can responsibly play gacha, then by all means do it. But I won't. Once you stop paying, you realize how bad gacha actually are. I have... That's my one thing. I have never put a single penny into a free-to-play game, ever. The only thing I actively engage with anymore is TCG Pocket, and even then, I've not spent anything on it. Buy more games. I have a big backlog already. You don't want to make it worse. Plus, you really have any urgent purchases to make. Then just don't spend money. You can just not spend money. It's amazing. Your Pokédex has complete data of 30 species. I'm supposed to give you a reward. Professor Oak trusts me with an item finder for you. So, let me ask you, have you gathered data on at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? Yes. Let's see. Uh-oh, you've caught only 22 kinds of Pokemon. You need 30 if you want to get the item finder. I do not approve of this gatekeeping. Mouse got suddenly too quiet. Well, I did turn the game up a little bit, too. I was also not holding the microphone as close to my face. I had set it down on the table for a moment. Okay. Ooh, more great balls. I'm avoiding TCG Pocket on purpose because I need to spare my storage, and I can see myself getting too into it. Fair enough. Well, hey, if nothing else, Maddie, I can always send you screenshots whenever they have a cool new Houndoom card or something. I feel like my audio balance for my streams is never good enough. I feel like my voice is always too quiet no matter what I do. Here, let me... Okay. I turned up the filter on my mic a little bit. Just any card you think I'd like. Yeah, of course. I'm a little sad they don't have more Appleton cards. Anyway, point is, I remember you saw a YouTuber I mention how predatory TCG Pocket is, and after you're playing, I agree. Oh, it totally is. It's just that weirdly enough, it's become less predatory as time has gone on. With the share feature and everything. Dark Souls bonfire lit text. Sister fed. You know, maybe one day me and Rain should have a podcast together and we'll call it Trans Sister Radio. I still gotta work on my voice training, though. Okay, did I get the bike voucher? See, in playing Leaf Green, and I've also been playing the Cramorant edition on my phone at work, I am now continually getting myself confused about what I've done in which game, because they're all around the same spot. Transistor. Never played it, but it looked neat. Okay, bike shop in Cerulean City and exchange it for... Okay, let's go. Bicycle. Bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. You know, I thought some of these berry spots would regenerate after a certain number of steps, but I guess not. I'm just so, like, Johto-pilled that I just want everything to have berry trees. That's honestly, like, one of the big letdowns in Heart Gold and Soul Silver for me, is all of the berry trees are replaced with apricorns. And there's something special about just getting, like, daily, you know, poison cures and paralyzed cures that are just regenerate. Hello again, Dot. Hop. Oh yeah. Though in the case of Blue Archive, I was able to get a shit ton of characters with free pyro. I've only had to despair pay for 2 characters. To quote the gotcha meme spectrum, bro, she's mid. She's not even meta. Damn, she's literally my wife. Time to pull. We get into ZZZ, but I don't feel like pulling there because I don't like games that have items mixed in with other gotchas. But enough about that. I don't know, man. I am actually glad that a lot of people seem to be slowly moving away from gotchas, moving away from predatory games and stuff, because for a while, video games were all multiplayer and live services, and it feels like people are finally starting to get back into... I went right through the bike guy text. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I feel like single-player games are finally becoming more of the norm again. What the hell, okay, I'm so sorry all the bike guy enthusiasts are gonna run me over. See, run over, damn it. Dot, please. Dot, can you please put the murder knives away while we're snuggling? Ooh, actually, LD, that'd be perfect for at least one of your OCs. Just like, I imagine them cuddled up in bed with, like, their sweetheart. But they always, just in case, have like, a knife just, you know, behind their back. Just in case. Knife girl, knife girl. You know when the peak skin is more expensive than peak is when the gas meta is shifting. I mean, honestly, I'm still in awe that, like, and I hate saying this about a Pokemon game, but, like, with, I can't even think of what the name of it is. It's the Pokemon game that's a League of Legends knockoff. But when that one, like, Unite, yeah. They had, like, a $40 skin for one of the Pokemon, and I'm like, bro, I could just go buy actual Pokemon the game for that amount of money. Because keep in mind, when Unite came out, you could still go buy, like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in the store. Angel 100% knives everywhere. That I agree. I agree. I agree. Well, I mean, like, that's the thing is they jack the prices up so hard because people will pay it. And they'll keep paying because, like, as much as I do promote little treat culture because I think all work and no reward are a terrible way to live your life, and working yourself to death with no rewards is something that seems to be weirdly encouraged, especially in the United States. Watch out for live wires. Engineer Bernie. I am asking you once again to watch out for live wires. But it's like... Don't be me, don't treat yourself with Lego sets. At least Lego sets are a tangible thing you own in real life. Because, like, okay, I still consider buying a digital game to be something you own. I'm not, like, anti-digital or anti-downloads or anything like that. I am against the concept that something I paid money for could just be yanked out of my hands, and I have no say-so and possibly no warning in the matter. It's literally just robbery. Ever heard of Don't Stop Killing Games? I am very aware of it, yes. Kinda why I want the Berseria remaster. I want Velvet and sexy outfits. The hilarious part is not only is the Berseria remaster cheaper than original Berseria was when it launched, the Berseria remaster, just the whole remaster itself, is cheaper than what all the outfit DLC was priced as, if you were to try to buy all the DLC. Granted, I love the Tales series. The DLC practices are kind of awful. I have not ever bought outfit DLC for any Tales game. Whoa, you spark plug? Well, better get back to work. Back to working it on the dance floor. Tales game. You know, like Tales Adventure for the Sega Game Gear? Soda, please tell me you're joking and you are not super unfamiliar with the Tales of series, like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Arise. Competition! I can't get enough! Jasper! That's a spider's name. I was making... Okay. Because if you weren't joking, you may or may not have been somehow spontaneously ending up with Tales of Symphonia in your Steam library mysteriously. The same way Cole mysteriously had Breath of Fire 4. Who knows how that happened. I wasn't aware they existed until you mentioned them like a year ago. I mean, they're nowhere near as big as like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy or anything. I think it's been more than a year ago, Maddie. I think it was like probably 2023 or something, but... Then again, like, I'm sure I've mentioned Tales of Symphonia to you a lot earlier, but you may have just thought Tales of Symphonia was a standalone game and didn't know it was part of a series. Aware of them. I did ask you about Symphonia once. You said a recent port was based on PS2 code. Every port besides the original GameCube version is based on the PS2 version, yes. They're still worth playing. You'd probably only notice any difference in gameplay if you played the GameCube version first. I had a chance. Can't be a coward in the world of Pokemon. Is your Pidgeotto hot? Of course. Look at her. I mean, like... A PP up, like, comment, and subscribe if you've got... You know where this is going. Yep, she's hot. I know, it's so scandalous. She's gonna get taken off the shelves and replaced with a, an MA version. I know In's PP up is an official card. I can guarantee you that, Cressa... Oh, it took me a minute, Cole. I know what you mean now. But I do plan on streaming Symphonia, so I don't want to spoil that scene. But yeah, Cressa, who's like, has a huge fictional crush on In. You can bet I was teasing her about the In's PP up card the second it was revealed. You know it's as bad as the gacha system? The tipping system. Just pay your staff decently to begin with. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, you know what's even more fun in America? Anyone who has a job where you can tip, they can actually pay you below minimum wage. With the justification of, oh, the tips will make up for it. Understand also why I kept the joke vague. Appreciated. That was electric. Spread the word to save energy. Electric, electric. I'm the best in my class. I train every morning. Youngster Yas. Rat. Cat. Monkey. It's Funky Monkey from Monday. Got In's PP up. That's TCG League stamped. Ow. But I mean, hey, maybe some people like getting their PP stamped. I'm not gonna judge, but I might open a new coffee tier. At least it wasn't branded. Earlier electric in print is called O Massacre. That's amazing. Number 1 rat kicker, Wild Cherry. We don't need fuck us energy. Dino Inference called Solochi. Darn, my Pokemon need to be stronger. Bro, you have 2 rats. There's a fat Pokemon that comes down from the mountain. Bro, we do not body shame. Yamato no Orochi plus Solo. That's pretty great. Don't you think it's hard to come up with good names for Pokemon? Especially if you got a whole bunch? German, it's Kapuno. In Lavender Town, there's a man who rates Pokemon nicknames. He can even help you rename your Pokemon, too. If you're aiming to reach Lavender Town, take Rock Tunnel. You can get Rock Tunnel from Cerulean City. Gonna rock your tunnel. A Pokemon is sprawled out deep and comfortable slumber. Skill issue on the cops front. Okay. See, I want to get the item finder, so we need 8 more Pokemon to register. Ugh. I have never won before. Darien. Rock Tunnel, Divlet Cave, you know, the same thing. I mean, I do like digging. Also, is my audio balance okay? Because I turned up both the game and my me. And god fucking damn it, Cores is burned. Why is it like this? Why does it have to be this way? Audio's good. Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Like I said, I feel like my streams have just been too quiet. The only gacha I play right now is Blue Archive. Other than that, I play regular games. I mean, I got a friend who plays Hoyoverse and gacha games, but I'm only like, how do you live like this? That's fair. Stop biting my bird. Payday, big money. Gamer Darian. A gamer? Just like me. I need to continue Pokopia. I didn't really play much this weekend. Gamer. Game House. That's me. Tossing money at your fox. God fucking damn it with the burn again. It's like these guys are fire type trainer or something. Oh shit, Mio picked up a Rostberry with her with his pickup ability. Make the cheese cube points thing yourself. Maddie made it, actually. That's why they have the artist tag on their name. Appreciating the funky digital halos a lot of girls in Blue Archive have. I mean, I like Blue Archive's art and character designs, and I like a lot of the music. I just hate the game's actual design. I saw this coming. Also find it funny, the Steam page for Breath of Fire 4, people are posting screenshots from the opening. Whoa, scene. I love that scene so much. It is... like, we all know why Nina's having that reaction. Cube. It's the Cube Master themselves. I mean, honestly, I would engage with Blue Archive if it just had, like, a normal turn-based RPG or action RPG or something on, like, Switch or PS5 or whatever. It's like how Grand Blue Fantasy actually got not only 2 fighting games, but just a regular action RPG. Anime adaptation of the first arc. I mean, yeah, but... I just have an easier time engaging with video games. I'm sorry. That's just like how my brain is. Another Eden's getting an RPG. I know. I'm very excited for that. Let's see here. If we wanted to increaseify... Okay, wait. So I don't think Sentry's in Fire Red. Okay. Whoopee, hi! How are you doing today on this lovely Monday evening? Kale, liking games? What's this generation coming to? I know. Please forgive me now that you've learned this about me. I hope you don't see me different. Grand Blue Fantasy. I recently discovered the Ram Girl. I don't play, but... Anila cute. Like I said, I'd like to play the action RPG game, so you might see me play that one day, LD. Okay, so Vulpix isn't in Fire Red. God fucking damn it. I missed 3 fucking Pokemon in that area. Ooh, I'm so mad at myself. And I don't think we can get any of them until we get cut. Okay. So we're down there. Okay, so we can't get to Growlithe yet. With gachas, they all have banger character designs, and it kills me every time. Well, I mean, that's intentional. They have banger character designs because they want you to spend money getting the banger characters. I like the beach shark girl and her overprotective friend / GF. Pretty sure Bellsprout's not in the game. Can't get Tentacle yet. I don't think we can get Ponyta yet. Area unknown? It's like, Slowpoke is only in Leaf Green. And by only in Leaf Green, I don't just mean like it's not in Fire Red. Slowpoke is not in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Colosseum, or XD. Literally the only way to get a Slowpoke or any of its evolutions is to catch them in Leaf Green in Gen 3. Gen 3 was weird. It was very weird. Okay, first of all, let's go get a bra. It's starting to hurt my shoulders. Just looked them up, they're cute. I wish I were a character designer. Then design characters. You can do it. That's all there is. Like, if you want to be or do something like that, just practice a lot. 1,000,000 times. Then just learn to use the professional tools, and there you go. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and grab A and W. And Wild Cherry, you can sit down for just a sec. Problem is, if I'm not distracted, all I'll draw are big tits characters. Yeah, unfortunately, there is zero market on the internet or anywhere else for anime women with large breasts. It's just nobody likes them. It's so weird. Directed, not distracted. Oh no, steak too juicy. Only draw big tits characters. You can do anything. I mean, personally, like, okay, first of all, it's not something I ever think about for, like, real people. You know, it's just, like, a person's body is what they're born in. But as far as, like, fictional characters go, I do still enjoy boobies in pretty much any size. Promotes his crony drawing. Got another Rost berry. The rawest of berries. Drew MS Paint Dragon Girl, just go for it. Yeah. Like, if you want to be a character designer, just make stuff. Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to art stuff, stop caring if it looks quotation marks good, or if it looks marketable, or if it looks professional, because art is not something that should be judged on how much it can sell. I understand when you make something and it doesn't come out how you wanted it to look in your head, it can be discouraging, but that's not really that important. Keep focusing on what you want in your head and, like, what you want that to be, sure. But every drawing you make is another stair step toward improvement, toward self-improvement. And right now, more than anything, it is important that your art be uniquely yours and self-expressive. But Moolah... Self-indulgence is fine, actually. It's better than fine. It's necessary right now. Because here's the thing. There's no reason to create generic, marketable art. Because if a firm or a place that's selling crap wants generic marketable art, they're going to pay a computer to burn 500 rainforests and just make it for them. So what you make needs to be uniquely yours. It needs to be self-indulgent. It needs to be loud. It needs to be obnoxious. It needs to make some people uncomfortable. It needs to make people go, awooga! Self-indulgence again? It's almost 1 a.m. here. Sleeps 18 hours a day. It uses even a variety of extrasensory powers, even while asleep. Doing stuff that pleases yourself. Oh yeah, I am so sorry, Soda. I forget you're not a native English speaker. Abra is goals. Normalize being eepy. Normalize being a girl who wants to take naps. Normalize being honk shoo me 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 me. Okay, Soda, what was the name of that drink? There was a French drink. Orangina. What kind of drink is it anyway? I imagine it's orange. I imagine it's Gina, the voice actress. Drawing what you want because you like it or because it's just what you're good at / stuff you're into. And also, regardless of what other people may tell you, it is 100% fine to have 500 drawings of the one character. It's better than fine, actually. Kind of like orange Fanta, but it contains pulp. It makes it extra tasty. Ah, I gotcha. Dot is still sprawled across... Okay. The way that I'm sitting with my arm, I'm holding my mic because I felt like leaning back instead of putting my mic on the table. So I'm holding my mic in my left hand and just kind of have my right hand spread across the controller, like keyboard style, because, well, I don't really need to hold the controller like action style for Pokemon. I can just kind of move it around. Another reason to love turn-based games. But, oh, hi, Maddie, playing at Tomodachi Life, living the dream, moving in demo. A few Keyblade designs when I was much younger. Cool. That's awesome. But yeah, Dot is flopped over my leg, tummy, and arm. And she is now cleaning her own arm across my arm. Is it written D-O-T? Yeah, that's how you spell Dot's name. She's a baby. She was actually one of 3 cats. The other 2 were named May and Trix, but one just disappeared and the other passed away. Which is probably part of the reason why she's so clingy a lot of times. I think it's because she lost both her sisters. Sherlock turns 5 this year. Happy birthday, Sherlock. I think Abra was about the only thing I can catch before getting cut. Let's see here. Hi, Alvin GCP. Thank you for the first time chat, and thank you for the biddy. Welcome in. I saw you come by earlier and redeem the hydrate. How are you doing on this lovely Monday evening? As I'm sure you probably noticed, we are playing some Pokemon Fire Red. This is not a speed run, any kind of challenge run, or anything special like that. I'm just playing some Fire Red because I love the game. Also, although the trend of policing artists should draw is hard to unlearn from your brain. Like, I should draw more of this, more of that, less of this. Or should be, I should just draw anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the other day I was talking about VTubers on a Discord server, and I was told, do what you like. And I go, do I like this? I think I enjoy drawing or streaming, but do I? Well, I mean, you're the only one that can determine that. But I do understand, especially when you're depressed, you just kind of go through the motions of doing the things you think about you liking because that's just what you feel like a you should be doing. Actually, WarioWare style Fire Red. That'd actually be really fun. Oranberry. No, wait a minute. I think I am going to want to go get... excuse me. I forgot what I was saying. My Mankey. Dot is doing that very cute thing where she licks her paw and then uses it to clean her face. Saw a meme earlier about Bocchi the Rock mangaka being distracted by making fan content of Blue Archive rather than work. Okay, Mio, you take a break just for a little while. The arrival box looking pretty damn yellow over here. A Brave Abra, that's wonderful. Whoop. Wait, the Orangina bottles are round and have a texture that feel like you're holding an orange. That actually sounds really neat. The captain said he's awfully sick. He was all pale. I hear many people get seasick. So I keep talking. Soda. That's what the chat box is for. So you can chat while I stream. That's literally why it's there. Me and my daddy think the Safari Zone's awesome. I wish we could go there again. Have you gone to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City? There are many kinds of rare Pokemon. Oh boy, I sure hope catching them's not incredibly obnoxious or something. Soda, don't apologize for talking. It's like if I invite you into my living room, do not apologize for sitting on my couch. You're never bothersome. If you're bothersome, I'd just ban you. Bonjour, Mats. Oh, see, he knew you were here, Soda. He's saying hi. Imagine seeing you here, Mats. Were you really invited? So how's your Pokédex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them. Silvio the Edgy. Sitting on Kaya's couch like... I just have just a little Whooper and a can of soda and a Maddie sitting on my couch. The Pidge. I have started with the wrong mon. Okay, listen here, you motherfucker. If you use Sand Attack, I am going to fucking lose it. Thank you. Actually, does it even have sound attack in Fire Red and Leaf Green, or is that just a red, blue, yellow thing? Maddie. I am a species. Yeah? God fucking damn it! I'm gonna lose it. Charmeleon, Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl. Do not grrrr. I really need a water type on my team. Damn Pocket Sand, right? Well, Maddie, I was like splitting the difference in my head between like Vulpix, Raccoon, Corvid, and it just came out as a Maddie. Cadbra. When you go full VTuber model, you go with a live 2D model or a 3D model? Honestly, I am a greedy little mouse. I would like to eventually have both. Probably going to do live 2D first, but I don't know if you are familiar with... Oh god, I can't remember her name. I see a lot of her clips on YouTube. She has pansexual glasses with little whiskers on them and a 3D model, and she kind of has a lisp. She's an English VTuber. Disabling my tackle and just... Why would you do that to me? You're very mean. Rose Doodle, yes. Thank you, Cole. I really like her 3D model. Guys, this Kadabra's being mean to me. Fuck. Why would you do that? That's it. Death by coffee. I'll explode his brain later. That's what the death by coffee does. Rat. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Rose Doodle is super cute. Yeah. So that's pretty close to the goal of what a 3D model I would like to have is. Might go 3D when I commission someone to make my 2D model because I don't have the skills to do it. Plus I want to learn 3D modeling first. That's fine. Sounds really good. Is it going to be a soda can? Is it going to be a Darumaka with a soda can? Is it going to be a soda can with a Darumaka? Huh. At least you're raising your Pokemon. 720. That's HD. I heard there was a cut master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yep, it'll be handy. You should go see him. Smell ya. Oh, her. I've seen her on Instagram a few times. Yeah. Her clips get around. She's unhinged. I like her. Ooh, is there a Pokeball in this trash can? Ugh, I shouldn't have looked. How to conquer seasickness. The captain's reading this. I cannot get over the fact that the captain of a ship is always seasick. I feel hideous. Seasick. Ooh, thank you. I'm feeling much better now. Want to see my hidden cut technique? I could show you my prized cut technique if I weren't so ill. I know, you can have this hidden machine. Teach cut to your Pokemon and you can see it cut anytime. I would love to fully rig my own model, but I don't actually care for streaming, so the effort would be wasted. In cut, you can chop down small trees. Why not try it with the trees around Vermilion City? Maybe one day I'll have you as a guest to play some games with me, LD, and you can make yourself a tiny little LD. Now that I'm not sick anymore, I guess it's time. The SS Anne will set sail soon. Farewell until I return to Vermilion City. Still brain-torning Soda Man. My profile picture will probably be the mascot character rather than my model. I think probably like a detective or something.
Instead of a PI, you can be a PTI, a professional titty inspector. Still want to see some cow Sona idea you had for me sometime. Crow Sona. Oh, yeah. I still have that in my head. I definitely need to draw it sometime in the near future. Still brainstorming. Goodbye, SSN. There she go. Why is her text red that scary? Okay, LD, it's not actually scary. It's gender. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, the male characters all have blue text boxes, and female characters, or rather blue text, and female characters have red text. It's 1 a.m. here. I'll probably go to sleep. Get yourself some good sleeps, Soda. Good nighty night. Thank you for dropping by and hanging out with us. Still gotta come up with a hummingbird idol design. Gender's scary. I know, that's probably why you opted out, Maddie. Would you like to talk to the girl here? We're careful about pollution here. We heard Grimer multiplies a toxic sludge. Thought Grimer came from Adult Mucks. An adult muck! And its child! Just still an all-timer quote for me. Because that's how you know that, like, Veronica Taylor is a true professional. Because she just delivers that line with such commitment and gusto when it makes absolutely no fucking sense. I might chain up Orangina since it's only 6 levels to get him to evolve. In a little bit. First, I want to go ahead and get, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with my team in this playthrough, aside from the fact that, like, I'm going to use Bulbasaur and Pikachu, and I definitely want to use Meowth because I've always wanted to use Persian in a playthrough. Like a Persian cat for the very first time. Oh, also, I think I've mentioned this before, but cut was kind of lost in translation, and the reason why it's a secret technique is because the kind of cut it's describing in the Japanese version is like the Iaido thing, like the samurai thing, where it looks like they just, like, slide their sword out slightly, and then click it back in, and then just something behind or around them gets, like, sliced in half. This move is supposed to be like that. I thought I played Fire Red. I do not remember the gender text. I feel like that's one of those things that, like, you lose in your nostalgia brain. Guess what, Mio? Samurai cat. We just need to get you a pizza. We'll put it over Scratch. 1, 2, and poof. Mio forgot Scotch. And machine set. Mio learned cut. The fact that the whole gender text thing was only for this game, I feel like it was not very well received. Gee, it's Oni Meowsha. Oh, Cole. Oh my gosh, I wanna give you a smoochie for that reference. You see, the thing is, I want to stream Onimusha, but in order to understand Onimusha, you have to understand Resident Evil, but I feel like you also kind of have to understand Devil May Cry a little bit. Even though Onimusha kind of came first, I feel like it's kind of important to see Devil May Cry. But also, the first 2 Onimusha games are available on literally every modern platform right now, so go play them. Especially since the first one's only like $20, and I have seen it very frequently go on sale for like $8. Oh wait, I need to go back. Baby, go back. You can blame it all on me. I put in the 5-hour-long Onimusha development history. Well, you see, the thing is, early in the PlayStation 2's life, Bungie, as in like the same Bungie that made Halo, made a third-person shooter called Oni. But before that, on the Sega Genesis, there was a shmup called Musha. And somebody accidentally left them in a bowl together and dropped a Yu-Gi-Oh! Polymerization card on them. So that's how he ended up with Oni Musha. I'll take my paycheck now. Did you know gaming? Dig, 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 dig. The perfect spot for a lemonade. Good old Poly Classic. I really probably need to not have Mio in the front slot. Because as much as I love Diglets and I love digging, these guys almost all have Arena Trap. And with the ability Arena Trap, the opposing Pokemon cannot switch unless they can fly. And little Mio's still training up, so I need him to not be stuck. Coffee o'clock, baby. Because the thing is, since Arena Trap won't affect a flying Pokemon, or a Pokemon with Levitate, that means if I do need to pull Coffee out of a bad situation, I've at least got an out. Or I can just run. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, come on, this looks like prime hidden item territory. Come on. Digoo. Interestingly, in Japanese, Diglett's name is Digda, which was almost its English name if you look at some pre-release stuff. But Dugtrio has the same name in Japanese and English. Back with dinner, chicken pot pie. Nice, nicey, nicey. I actually had a couple munchies. See, Diglett came from Capcom. I feel like I missed the joke there. I mean, maybe Charizard came from Capcom because it does have Breath of Fire. Oop, go back. Another nugget? Oh my gosh, Mio, you are making me a multi-meowlionaire. I tried. Okay. Gonna use a Repple. I forget that's something I can do. Sorry, I'm back with good question mark news. Hell yeah, give me the good question mark news. I went inside a rock tunnel, but it's pitch black and scary in there. If I could get a Pokemon to use Flash to light it up. I'm dumb. I was saying Capcom got its Bandai. Joke was big. Well, I'm pretty sure the Dig Dug joke was intentional because Game Freak started as a like a self-printed leaflet magazine. And Dig Dug is one of the games that they reviewed and published strategies for. So they were very like Game Freak was started by a bunch of video game nerds. Blame Roxy from Pokemon for being a great character. Himself a challenge to make 8 characters based on 8 Pokemon types. Blame Roxy for Pokemon for being a great character of all time. That's awesome, Soda. You can do it. That's gonna be super freaking cool. Yeah, I'm sure the dig into Doug is very much an intentional Dig Dug reference. Because even though a lot of it gets lost in translation or just from not having the same like cultural basis, a lot of Pokemon are just amalgams or homages to things that whomever is making them up likes. Need to pick 8 types now. Okay, everybody say a type in chat. I'm gonna say electric. So we need 7 more. Everybody types at Soda. Coldtails has got rock. The secrets of space, the mysteries of Earth. There are so many things about which we know so little. But that should spur us to study harder, not toss in the towel. The only thing you should toss. Well, how about seismic toss? Nope, I might be back for it later though. We have 2 fossils of rare prehistoric Pokemon on exhibit. There's a beautiful piece of amber with a clear gold color. You can't sneak in the back way. Nice try, kid, but no. Whatever. You know what amber is? Yeah. Amber contains the genetic matter of ancient Pokemon. There's a lab somewhere trying to resurrect Pokemon from amber. Shh, listen. I need to share this secret with someone. I think that this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. It would be shattering scientific breakthrough if Pokemon could be resurrected from it. But my colleagues just ignore what I have to say. So I have a favor to ask. I want you to get this examined in a Pokemon lab somewhere. Shh, get the old amber checked. Pokemon DNA and Pokemon NDA. You got Biker that's like themed around Kamen Rider. Okay. Alright, Kamen Rider. You just summoned Cole. There are at least 2 other Pokemon I have, like, kind of an idea to have on the team. But first... we're finally gonna get the Nidorans and Jigglypuff. Also, fun fact, I did, this has been probably like last year ago now, but I randomly decided to start a fresh playthrough of Let's Go Pikachu for the LOLs, and I caught a shiny Spearow right here. Nidoran. Moonball babies. What do you mean? They don't evolve with Burn Heal. I did not think this through. Okay, well, good night again, Soda. Have a good eat. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck, they got out of my ball. Okay, I kind of have an idea. I don't think it's gonna work though. Okay, Wild Cherry, I need you to beat its ass very gently. A tiny little kick, just the teeniest little... Okay, good, good, good. I evolved with a burn heal, because if a pretty lady healed me after roasting me, I'd evolve. Are you sure that would be a burn heal, or would that just be a PP max? Its large ears are flapped like wings. When it's listening to distant sounds, it extends toxic barbs when angered. Nickname to the Nidoran. Calcium, funny enough. Hi, Rain. How are you doing on this lovely Monday evening? We are doing some Fire Red, and I actually got cut and did the Saint Anne, so I can go back and get Nidoran and Jigglypuff. What do you mean you started streaming early and I just found out about it now? Hey, I put it on my Blue Sky and my Twitter. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Sprinkity dink dink dinkus. But yeah, we completed the SSN and we got cut. Throwing money everywhere. From the top of the pole, I watch you go down. She got me throwing my money around. We're going down, down. Yeah, Blue Sky's been funky all day. I'm glad it hasn't just been me. I honestly thought it was just, like, Blue Sky having a problem on my end. Ooh, wait, actually, let's catch another one. Throw money. Rolling money, rolling money. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. Fuck. Well, thank you for the game trivia, Redeem Alvin. Let's see here. Oh, okay, here's a fun one. In the original Donkey Kong Country, the hand slap move can use to unlock a bunch of secrets and stuff like that, but you can also use it to defeat most enemies. With the exception of some like the Grey Crushes, which you just can't defeat at all. However, in the boss Dumb Drum fight, which basically blitzes you with a bunch of random enemies you have to defeat, none of them are able to be hit by the hand slap. It does completely nothing to them at all. However, this odd bug was fixed in the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance versions of Donkey Kong Country. Geek. One of the Blue Sky devs has been whining that the general public doesn't like AI, and I'm not saying they're using AI to code Blue Sky, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Yeah, because using AI for code has become somewhat popular. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much been whack for everybody. Unlimited whacking. Okay, and we're gonna catch one more Nidoran. And it also lets Mio get some level ups. Or some EXP, excuse me. The fact that they're doing that right as the AI bubble's popping is a weird decision. The thing is, so many people who are irresponsible with money, hi, 7th Force playing Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, invested a lot in AI. And they are desperate to see it be anything. So they will keep pushing it, even if that makes no sense. That assumes people use AI have critical thinking. It's true. See, also, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Rain streaking in my chat. Wowie. Oh my gosh. Blue Sky was intended to be a crypto tech bro site, and they're mad that it's kind of the opposite right now. It is so weird how many of these tech bro types are just like so mind-blowingly disconnected from reality. They'll keep pushing it, but it just won't work because that's the exact opposite of the audience they're drawing in. I either have Shasta or Calypso in the dome for this puff. I am vibing with Shasta. I completely forgot Macchiato had sleep powder. I am a goofy little goober. Tech bros, maybe step away from the tech for a while and go outside. Why touch grass when I could spend $100,000 on a computer setup to simulate grass? Because, you see, the thing is, a lot of people have properly noticed that AI isn't actually an artificial intelligence, and they think they're using artificial intelligence to market what's basically just, you know, machine learning. But no, I think the AI doesn't actually stand for artificial intelligence with this stuff. It stands for asshole investment. So if you're a complete asshole, this is something you can invest your money into if you just want to have less money. That's why all of the logos for AI companies look like assholes. They're shocked that the app with the butterflies logo has popped up on Twitter and at its worst drew in people who were the opposite of a tech bro. No way. Be making stylized games with updated tech, but no. You're onto something with that. Mwahaha. This lovely fellow is singing to me. Very flattened. Okay, pretty boy with the big blue eyes getting my ball. Let's go. Is not the game we're playing. This is Fire Red. It captivates foes with its huge round eyes, then lulls them to sleep by singing a soothing melody. Still coping for a Skies of Arcadia remaster. I mean, hey, listen, Sega said they want to bring back their old franchises. They gotta get back to Skies of Arcadia eventually, right? Like, bro, at the very least, slap the GameCube version onto NSO. It's not perfect. I'd rather have, like, a real remaster on every platform, but that'd be something. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and... Fun fact, as much of a big, super-duper JRPG nerd as I am, I have never played Skies of Arcadia. Not for lack of wanting to, for the fact that I've only ever been in the same building as a complete copy of the game one single time, and it was $70. And that was over 15 years ago. Now it's like a $200 game. Personally, I think that Sega should re-release Skies of Arcadia as many times as they've re-released Sonic 1. Okay, we got 2 Nidorans. Welch's is the one we're keeping, so we're going to go ahead and move him over here. Go ahead and move Shasta. Ooh, Shasta's got an Oron Berry. Wait, that's right. The freaking move items is a completely separate function in this game. Drive the price down, please, and thank you. It's been 2 hours so far. No one's wished my dog a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maddie Puppy. I can't believe you and your dog were only born like 2 weeks apart. That's crazy. And by 2 weeks, I mean like 18 days? 19? Skies of Arcadia? Did you mean Trails in the Sky? In the Sky of Arcadia, yes. I just got here and only now found out it was your puppy's birthday. Happy birthday, puppy! Happy birthday, puppers! Merry with a birth, Miss Maddie Pupper. He says, thank you. I am glad your dog was born. That also made me think of that song. It's like, oh, I was born a rambling man. So do you think when this guy came out of the womb, he was just like, ah, and his mom was like, oh, he sure do be rambling. Ah, there's the Nido. Macchiato, please come solve every problem for me. Ow. It may seem odd that I'm catching 2 extra Nidorans, but they're actually 2 in-game trades I want to do. And they're both Nidoran related. So anywho, gamers, what have you guys been working on gaming with lately? Me personally, in my downtime, I have been playing some Final Fantasy IX. It has been quite a joy. I'm actually playing my original discs on my PS1, and it is wonderful just how beautifully the game like blends the character models and pre-rendered backgrounds on the original. I think that's one thing that gets lost in the current HD like remasters. Well, it's kind of a half remaster, half not. I mean, granted, the Final Fantasy IX... I'm so sorry for that little burp. But the Final Fantasy IX version that's on like PS4, Switch, Xbox, and Steam is really good, and I definitely recommend it because Final Fantasy IX, there's just a certain charm about the PS1 originals that I personally really like. Wow, can you believe it, guys? The mouse who's played almost exclusively retro games on her stream, who has her whole design like built around the original PlayStation likes the original PlayStation version of a game. It's crazy. Who'da thunk? You know this, but I've been making drafts of Mii's I want to add to my Tomodachi Life Island for when it comes out. Other than that, mostly playing Smash and some ZA. I actually did complete like all the main DLC missions in ZA, but I want to get back to it sometime soon and finish up the fuck, I can't. My brain is not braining with this. The Distortion Pokédex. Because, like, there's still some things, like, I haven't gotten Meloetta or Zeraora or anything. Received Persimberry. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, I was going to try to fly. Pokemon Crystal Legacy has taken over my free time. I kind of think about looking into the Legacy games and stuff like that, but I'm, like, 50-50 on them. Because a part of me really does like having that original experience. I don't really play ROM hacks a lot. Finish everything in Legends ZA DLC. It's fun. I really like the DLC a lot. I still have yet to get a Distortion for 2 legendaries, the last I need for the decks. That's my thing, is like, I am not having any luck with getting new Distortions to show up. Or ones that have Pokemon I'm missing. Like, I came across Torchic one time, and when I went in there, I couldn't find any Torchics, and then I just ran out of time. Still need to finish CA, then get to it. Hit that za. Okay. Focus M. Okay, first, let's go ahead and grab cores and swap you out for Nidorian. I think I just get overwhelmed with so much battling. You don't have to battle every single time at night when all that comes up. You can just, like, skip it. You won't be penalized, you just won't get any bonuses. I'm looking for something new to play until Union Syndrome Rhythm Psychosis comes out later this month. Such a hard time getting into stuff. Oh, Mia going crazy over here. Rostberry. He is finding all the berries. I understand how it is with ADHD and stuff, LD and other brain things, because, like, there are definitely times where I want to be playing some games, and then I just can't. It's like, it's so hard to make myself do it. Champions drops Wednesday as well. Before Pokemonday, I managed to complete the rest of the side missions for the whole thing. Wanted to stop thinking about them, really. Understandable. I'll probably take over my free time once it's out. Pokemon learns Flash, you can get through Rock Tunnel. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. If your Pokedex has complete data on 10 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. There's HM5 for you. So, Mots, let me ask you, have you gathered data on at least 10 kinds of Pokemon? Yes. Great, you've caught or owned 25 kinds of Pokemon. Congratulations, here you go. Don't you need to battle to get points for the ticket? You do, but you're not going to get penalized if you want to just take some time off from battling and just run around and catch Pokemon. You just won't be able to get the ticket until you do the battles. Need to find a Metacham build. That's the thing, you can play ZA at your own pace. So if night comes and you just don't feel like doing any more battles, just take the night off from battling. You can still go catch stuff. As a matter of fact, there are some Pokemon that can still only be caught at night in the game, so it's worth taking some nights off from doing the battles. You don't have to race through the story or anything. It's a pretty open and free game, so it lets you do a lot. I mean, personally, I love the combat, but back through Digland. But yeah, Metacham's really good, especially because, like, okay, with ZA, like, the same as within, like, Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, you can reteach a Pokemon any move in its move list up to the level that they're at. So with Metacham, after it evolves, you can give it Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch. It can cover just about anything you need it to. Gee, if you don't see the credits by November 1st, 2025, your Switch cries forever. Uh-oh, Mio's in trouble. Oh boy, I can't switch out either. Rip. I should have known. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Explains the leaks. I hate Pokemon leaks. I want to be surprised when I play the game. Okay, let's move Coffee back to the front slot since we're going through Diglett Cave. Zawoosh. The dig. Get gusted. Also, I guess fun random bonus fact. There are quite a few abilities that have out of battle effects starting in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And they're supposed to also work in Emerald, but most of them just don't. Like Illuminate is one of... Illuminate, when it originally came out, its only function was outside of battle, which made more Pokemon show up, but it just doesn't work in Emerald. There are a handful of other ones that just don't either. If I see the starter Evos leaked early, I will send a meteor to everyone in the mail. Okay, wait. Okay. Look at me. I can stay focused, you guys. Look, I'm doing it. I'm staying focused. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. It's okay. I know you're busy packaging and putting stamps on all those meteors. Oh, my comedically timed piped bomb arrived in the mail. I love Tales of Hearts R. Ha, what's the matter, Cole? Did they unlock a core memory? Oh. People often lose things in the underground path. Yeah, like for example, I lost my virginity. I'm kidding, it wasn't a loss, it was a win. You know, losing your virginity is like a weird turn of phrase because, like, that makes it sound like something negative. Hi, do you have a Nidoran? Want to trade it for a Nidoran? Of course I do. Nidoran will be sent to Sage. In your body. Get it out. How can you beat those Heartless? Ooh. When you get Collie's Mod, nobody's going to get that reference. People don't watch Indiana Jones. Not anymore. Miss Nito, what a cute name. Surely Christian religions don't view something having sex as a bad thing. Thanks, you're a pal. How's my old Nidoran? My Nidoran is doing great. What are you holding, Miss Nito? A tiny mushroom. We love girls who have tiny mushrooms. Bold. Gangster, prankster, nature, bold. Got a front on me, I'll drop you in one shot like sheer cold. Wow, nobody's gonna get that. Doobie doobie doo. I'ma slicey this boosh. I'm healing it. We're really healing it. Go make myself a health potion. Shambles toward the kitchen. Go health yourself, Rain. Do the sippy. Okay. Got Miss Nito. Go ahead and put her in the box here. Because in Fire Red, Nidoran males much more common. In Leaf Green, Nidoran females much more common. But there's that trade that's actually, and the trade's actually flipped in each game. So the best way to get the opposite gender Nidoran is to just go ahead and do that trade. Granted, sometimes you can luck out and just stumble into the Nidoran that's less common in your game, but for now, we're gonna train this Nidoran. Or just crack your Nito's egg. I mean, what do you think the trade actually was? Why do you think she was a girl with a tiny mushroom? You could hatch into the opposite gender. That would be excellent. Also, I do love the detail with Pokemon breeding in that, yes, I know we need to go this way for progression, but I'm going to go ahead and level up this Nidoran real quick because I must. But I do love that, like, if you breed Nidoran female, sometimes it'll be like a Nidoran male egg. And, you know, like, Illumise can hatch both Volbeats and Illumise. Miltank eggs can hatch into both Miltank and Tauros. Egg salad is just every friend group that'll be trans when they're older. True. Getting a lot of Wario quotes this stream. Which, like, I'd love to stream Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, originally made for the Game Boy. But it's still not on Switch Online. Why? How did we end up with Virtual Boy Wario Land on NSO before the original? Bunny. I will not stop being mad about this. I love Wario Land 1. It's a fantastic game. And yes, I do own it on a cartridge. And yes, I do own it digitally on my Nintendo 3DS. But I would like to play it on a Switch because I cannot hook up an HDMI cable to my Super Nintendo with the Super Game Boy right now. And I really... yes, I can. I know I can emulate it. But I don't want to fucking emulate a game that should just be there for me to play. Because aside from games we already started, if I own a game, now that I have my capture card, I'd really rather just play the copy that I own. Or, you know, that's on NSO. Maybe I should just go ahead and get myself a damn GB operator already. God fucking damn it. The guy with 100% poison chance. They poisoned my coffee. Shit, I'm gonna end up in an Ace Attorney game. Wait, what were you trying to do with an HDMI cable? Well, it's not something I'm actually going to try to do. I just don't have any way to hook up like an old game system that uses like AV cables to an HDMI right now. Because the upscalers are made more with DVD players in mind and the lag is miserable. Like I'm talking about the upscalers you can get at Walmart. What I would actually need is something like an OSSC or a FrameMeister. Well, no, because like the HDMI converter that I would end up getting wouldn't work well for gaming, is the issue. But no, the GB operator is something that plugs into USB and just lets your computer read Game Boy games. You can use that for uploading your saves, for making backups, or I'm pretty sure using like MGBA, you can just play your Game Boy cartridge just through your computer. Hi, Dot. Welcome back. Okay, we need to get this Neato boy to level 16. I mean, in general, I would like to get an OSSC for personal enjoyment reasons, but it would also definitely be a boon for streaming, because then I could just hook up like a Super Nintendo or PS1 and just play the game straight up through HDMI. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Wii! I mean, I can technically play Wii stuff now with no problem because I have a Wii U, which is fully backward compatible. So Wii is on the table. We are on the table? Ow. 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 So it's Elbitamapak. Maddie, my dyslexia is not compatible with that word. Oh, ha. Backward compatible. I get it. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, I just realized something. I'm playing Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't have to run around battling wild Pokemon. But I will battle this one because I started it. Dot has returned and is comfy cozy on my arm. It's also like significantly chillier today than it has been for the last couple days, so I think she also wants to get warm and cozy too. And there we go. That's the Versus Seeker with a quick press of the button. I became a trainer a while ago, but I think I can win. You can ask any trainer that's outside for a rematch. So that means not only can you get as much money as you could need, but it's way quicker and easier to level up your Pokemon. Let her crawl inside your skin already. She's been pretty clear that's what she wants. I mean, she keeps, like, clawing my skin open, so it must be. Something about the upward stretching for the animation for Astonish for, like, the targeted Pokemon. It's feasible and Lund leads to do so. I'd love to just open someone up and crawl inside and take a nap. Shambles back from the kitchen, spilling tea all over myself. I return. I'm trying to be weird. I feel like it's very much in line with something that, like, LD and I were kind of, like, talking about a while ago on stream, where, like, sometimes you just love somebody so much that something like just normal intimacy and closeness and sex aren't enough. You just want to, like, have your molecules occupy the same space as theirs. Nidoran. But which flavor of delicious soul-healing tea do you have today, Rain? About that too, kind of thinking of that, yeah. Geek. Geek. Taking this form of cuteness aggression. Normal brew. Do not pecchiato my macchiato. I'm gonna eat my friends so they can be a part of me. I'm gonna Steven Universe / Dragon Ball Fusion dance. We shall all become one. We shall become the Omni-Gay. Juice your friends and put it in a bottle. Shake it up and drink. Remember to milk and juice your friends regularly. Whoa, the super-powered tackle. Look at you, Macchiato. You're too far away, I'm not the one that's so far away. Fun random fact, my mom used to go to sleep listening to Godsmack. Because she first heard the song, I Stand Alone from the Scorpion King, which, it's a very cool song, but it makes zero sense for the Scorpion King movie because he has, like, a whole thing of allies. It's a good movie, though. Bye-bye, thank you, and goodbye. But yeah, after that, my mom bought some Godsmack CDs, and they would become her standard listening for when she would go to bed. Better go find stronger ones. Two become one is a cool keyblade. It really rocks. This. You know, right? Let's go, but don't cheat. Eddie, are you okay? Poison types again? Yeah, this is Kanto. That was Sora, good joke. I understand if you need to vent your frustration with me. That joke was kind of terrible. Go, Coffee, go. Blow that snake. You're so goofy. I'm glad the poison was in the coffee and not the tea. Dodged a bullet there. Well, it's okay. I spent several years building up an immunity to iocane powder, so I'll be fine. Dub kickle. Huh? That's not right. Antidote. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to change positions, Dot. My arm's starting to fall asleep. It's fine. Poison can't hurt you if you say no. And yet it happens to people anyway. Sounds like a toxic relationship. Let's buy some more PlayStation Network cures over here. Pokemon puns I'm hearing. You will hear a lot of those, Alvin. This entire chat's very pun-focused. It comes with the territory. Doopy-doo. Okay, you're Magnemites, and I don't have Geodude with me, so I don't want to fight you. Yeah, you can't just use the Versus Seeker an unlimited amount of times. It takes, I mean, you can technically use it an unlimited amount of times, but it does require 100 steps to recharge. Territory to bring it back to Kingdom Hearts. We try not to be too pun-ishing. Rat whip. Rat chop. This does obviously not work as well when you have everything on set mode. That's why I need the experience share item. I don't even remember where it is in Fire Red Leaf Green. The chat is basically an O-pun Mike night for jokes. Darn, my Pokemon need to be stronger. Yeah, battery's not charged enough. Number steps required 90. So yeah, you do need to be booking it, but usually normal running around will get your steps charged up back to 100 real fast, so most of the time you don't need to worry. Me? Well, okay, I'll play this once. Isabel. How unexpected to be crossing paths with her. Hey! Rude. It's a revolving door of Pokemon. Okay, fine. If you want to Pidge off. Hi, Dot. Head button my microphone. The cat has come along, and then the Pidgeotto summoned the cat. Okay, well, bye. Speaking of puns, you want to hear a good one? No. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Guess we're doing it again. Ha! Get paralyzed. G. Okay. Let's see here if I can do this, if I can get away with this. Too bad, don't have any good ones, only bad ones. So bad they need to be punished. Things just didn't work. Ooh, 95 yen. Cat once again comfy. We'll be the judge, let's see the pun. We'll be the pun, let's see the judge. Wow. Number steps 24. There we go. Drop a bad pun anyway. Pechaberry. Hey, long time. Have you gotten better? Elijah. Free butt. Sorry, a certain cat somehow manages to keep getting her claw stuck in my sleeve. And then she tries to pull the claw out and it doesn't get out. A bear tick walks into a sauna. It was unbearable. Okay, Teddy. Oh, no, we are both paralyzed. Seltzer snapped out of the confusion. Let's go. I believe in you. It's a bad pun. Good job. Come on, Seltzer. You got this. Actually, it's Akuma. Okay. Okay, Nidoran's almost there. You're too good. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, okay, I did buy Paralyzed Heals. Good, good, good. A paralyzed electric type? What kind of economy are we living in here? Excuse me. Didn't I tell you this is a private conversation? You shouldn't be listening in, you uncouth person. I know the pain in your bare hind. Okay, come on. That was kind of a stretch. You got this, Nidoran. Give it the kick. I don't know why the double kick sound effect is hitting that hard, but I'm vibing with it. Oh fuck. I am actually pleasantly surprised Nidoran survived that, but let's not take any more risks. Pikachu. Bear ass. These puns are getting grisly. They're pretty polarizing. I guess if your bear has a bare ass, then I guess its clothes are pretty threadbare. God fucking damn it. Wild cherry, please. God damn it. That booty like 2 planets. What? Oh, Cherry, what are you doing? There we go. I don't know why that took 5 attempts, but we live in. I hate losing. Paralyzed in every fight, I guess. Soup potion. Here's your soup. Can you tell if a bear likes your personality? It's Panda. Okay. Oh, you're that noisy kid who eavesdropped on us. Kid, bro, I am in my 30s. I just use Oil of Olay moisturizer. Bulbasaur versus Squirtle, epic throwdown. Laser Reef. Okay, level 15. We're almost there. I just can't win. Whisper, whisper. One of my top 10 favorite wolves. If it doesn't like your personality, then it's a polar opposite. Okay, wait. There's something I was gonna go check. Okay, no, it's on the other side of Vermilion. Oh, I'm gonna have to walk back through Diglett's cave. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, Nidoran thing first, then go check the other thing. Take that meteor in the mail every day now. Any day now. I can read. I've done it before. Dub Kickle. You know, Nidoran... The Nidorans learn double kick around level 10 or 12 in almost every game since Yellow, but for whatever reason in Red and Blue, they don't learn double kick till like level 43. Granted, there are shockingly few fighting type moves in Red, Blue, and Yellow. Random game trivia. Give me just a sec, Alvin. Okay, here's a really fun one. In Sonic Adventure 2, I think it's Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure it's the first one. The music for the Chow races actually samples the 80s TV show The A-Team. Don't ship it on holidays. You're a pirate? That's why you can't take kids to see pirate movies, because they're rated R. The Peck and Bite. Oh, my meteors are legit. You wouldn't download a meteor. SpongeBob reference by someone who hasn't seen SpongeBob. That wasn't a SpongeBob reference. That was a reference to like those old ads from the early 2000s trying to get people to not pirate DVDs. I don't think it worked. It's a Proud Family reference. You mean the advertisement for pirating DVDs? Yes. The ones that had the rock music and made pirating a DVD look really edgy and cool. And be like, you wouldn't download a car. Bitch, yes I fucking would. Fuck the way that capitalism tries to make specific things essential to your existence, but also keeps them financially unavailable. Never won before. Perhaps I'm destined to remain that way. Yeah, sucks for you, buddy. Gamer Darian. Okay, Darian, maybe you've never won in gambling, but there's a very valid possibility you're winning at life because you have a cool dog. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are at? It is so fucking funny because whenever those commercials used to come on, my mom would be like, "Hey, Micaiah, you in your room playing your Nintendo?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Yep, I know where my kid's at." Alright, we got Nidoran to level 16. Let's go. Volp. I saw this coming. Your Nidoran evolved into Nidorino. I was unlucky, as always. Dang, bro, way to be Downer City. I'm looking for the Pokemon Nidorino. Want to trade her for my Nidorina? Yes. You're gonna be sent to Turner. Okay, be honest. If you had the last name Turner, and you were having a kid, and they told you it was a girl, would you be able to resist naming her Paige? Or Nina. Breath of Fire reference? No. Hey, thanks. Isn't my old Nidorina great? Hello, Nina the Nidorina. A lonely nature. Let's go ahead and move Dub Kickle to the top. What you got, Mio? A rare candy, hell yeah. What's that putting my dex at? 28. Okay, there's one more thing I need to go check, but I do not remember which Pokemon it is a trade for in this specific version of Kanto. Nina's another example of me liking wings. Go, Nina, give that bird a spinning kick. Wait, wrong Capcom game. Get PlayStation Networked. Also, whoa, Maddie. Oh my god, a 50 stream streak. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Maddie. That is wild. 50 streams. Big number. Big number. Maddie is unbreakable. Okay, let's go ahead and move Nina. You can hang out over here with the rest of your Nido fam. Okay. So that's like a lot of streaking. That's at least like 2 hours of stream time. Yeah? I have not fought Surge yet. Oops. Violet. What are you doing? I'm looking up the trade I want to do to see which extra Pokemon I need to catch. Okay, so we're going to need to catch another Abra. That's what I thought. I know in yellow they want a Clefairy for this one. But I couldn't remember if it was Clefairy or Abra in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So another bra we go to grab. You know, I'm starting to see why it took me 10 hours to get 2 badges. Also, I admit, guys, I'm starting to feel pretty hungry. Maybe I'll have another rigatoni. I don't know why you guys always make me want rigatoni. Before the stream, I actually had a, I had my little snack plate with the tortilla chips with the melted cheese over it. It was so good. I'm tempted to have that again, but I probably shouldn't. But the temptation exists. Alrighty, let's go catch another bra. What's the temp by the time you do that? I usually put it at 350, and it usually only takes like 1 or 2 minutes. It does not take long to get perfect. So you like keep a close eye on it. It's rigged. A rigged bra? I mean, actually, I feel like the reason a lot of people have trouble with bras is because I feel like people buy the sizes way smaller than they actually need. Because you have to take into account, like, not just the cup size for the Hooters, but, like, also, you know, your shoulders, your back, and everything. And even if it's not necessarily squeezing too tightly around the breasts, it can be squeezing another part of your body, which can make it really uncomfortable for your breasts. And in general, people tend to swing way too small when picking out bras for themselves. We may only have shredded mozzarella, but I think it should be okay. Actually, I haven't tried it with mozzarella, but that does sound pretty good, too. It's my namesake, after all. I mean, it's rigged in that you always get rigatoni, but also rigged, I guess. Ah, there's the bra. EP time. Very gentle tackle. Fuck. I was not really paying very close attention to the level difference. Oh, by the way, yes. Okay, everybody grab your favorite sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage of choice. Got my water tumbler right here. And take a nice big sipping. Supped. Proceed to slurping on it. Get those jowls nice and moist. So you're bringing me the water the other day. No problem. Honestly, I just wish I had the instant transmission from Dragon Ball. I'd just go hang out with the homies, just be like, "Byoomf." Because, like, I don't know if I'd want instant transmission or the flight. Because, like, with instant transmission, you go there instantaneously. But, you know, you have to, like, be able to pinpoint where somebody is, the key and stuff. But honestly, I just want the flight so I never have to worry about transportation ever again. I'm not finding another Abra, am I? Ah. Another Abra. Granted, people flying isn't a thing that'd get the government on you. It sounds like a sweet deal. Instant transmission's super cool, and then I wouldn't need to be picked up. I don't really like cars. Oh, bye, Abra. Like, in the fashion that, like, I hate how they're handled and the pressure, especially in America, the pressure to be like, oh, you get your own car, get a car. And it's like, I understand for a lot of people it's their own personal freedom or whatever, but to me, it's just a massive, massive money sink. And it's like, if I feel like a car should be something you're able to opt into. But there's really no, like, we've had this discussion before, but there's basically no public transportation in America unless you live in a big city. Goodbye. Never drive again? I'd take it in a heartbeat, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to go to the PC box and just go get A&W. We're getting sidewinded by an asshole speeding. I also still get nervous tics riding passenger. Yeah, I don't blame you. Had to get up for a bit. What were we talking about? We were just talking about how much we all wish we could either fly or use instant transmission from Dragon Ball so we wouldn't have to worry about cars ever again. Because public transportation infrastructure in America sucks. But welcome back. I don't drive. I'd love that. I feel like a lot of people in this chat and just in my friend group are not fans of motor vehicle. I mean, I feel like it's just kind of common for neurodivergent people in general not to like driving car. Granted, I know there's some people who are neurodivergent about cars, but that's its own completely different thing.
I don't drive. Also, don't drive. I have too much anxiety about putting my life and others into potential danger. That's another thing I worry about, because, like, I've realized, weirdly enough, I'm not super against necessarily, like, riding a bicycle. And I even thought about the possibility of getting, like, a golf cart. But the problem is I'd still have to be on the road, and, like, it's not as bad as it used to be, but around here, people were, like, some people around here get, like, just completely psycho on the road, because I used to ride a bike a lot of places, and people would just try to run me off the road while I was on my bicycle. Really should drive, but I don't know, man. People on the road do not care if you live or die. Yeah. They don't seem to care if they themselves live or die, because so many people on the road are just always on their phone or looking at something or not paying attention to the road. Sorry, I cracked my knuckles right by the microphone again. I've got to stop doing that. I'm so sorry, you guys. Dated a guy who crashed his car drunk and his reaction was LOL oopsie. I would have dumped him immediately. Dying in a car crash is only something that happens to someone else, of course. Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like so many people think about driving as like it's a video game, like everything around you is simulated. Then again, also, I feel like a lot of people who are in situations where they've always had their family to support them and they're always financially stable and everything's always okay. You know, if they crash a car and they don't actually get any injury, they're just like, LOL, oh no. Mom's gonna be so mad I crashed the 4th car. Now we're only gonna have 3 cars until they can buy another one next week. Don't mind driving a 4-wheeler in our big field because there's space and I can just enjoy my own speed, yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't mind driving if you said, oh, here's your route to where you want to go that it will 100% of the time never have any other vehicles on it. Move A and W to the chill zone for a sec. Let's go ahead and move. I'll train up Orangina later. Let's go ahead and save. I have never driven before, but I've had both parents, while in the middle of driving, take their hands off the wheel and say, "You drive!" And they will not back down until I stop us from veering off the road. How, in what universe did they think that's going to encourage you to drive? I'm sorry, but do the thing or literally die. Just doesn't feel very, Don't trust myself to be a safe driver with ADHD and other things. I trust you, but I still understand. Repple time! Do. The Trois.
Oh shit, why do I have the Abra in the front spot? Oh, double shit. Wait, wait, wait. I may have an out. What the fuck? I did not mean to put Abra in the front. This thing's literally a higher level than my whole team. Get hosed. Eyes also aren't the best. I can see fine normally, but not well enough to drive. I cannot find where my glasses went, so that's another issue. Knife. Yeah, very knife. Wasted a repel by not paying attention. Okay. Temple Tort. Did I get too comfy, Dot? Now you gotta sit on me some more. I like driving non-car stuff in the backyard or field. My brain works weird in that way. No, I get it. I had unprovoked seizures for a bit, and I don't think I do anymore, but the possibility of having one on the road's terrifying. That's understandable. I mean, again, if there was just better public transportation infrastructure, this wouldn't really be a problem for any of us. Okay, trying this again. Again, also, if you're wondering how I ran into that Dugtrio with the Repel active, it's because Repel only works for Pokemon that are lower level than the one in your lead spot. Since that Dugtrio was level 29, which is higher than anything in my team, like this one, for example. 31, jeez Louise. No, thank you. Wish bike trails were more of a thing. Well, fun fact, and I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but the lack of public transportation infrastructure and the general lack of bike paths in America are mostly because of lobbying from automotive companies. Because for those unfamiliar, there's a thing called lobbying in America where major companies can just nag politicians to change laws and keep things from happening. Basically for their own financial gain. I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade one for my Mr. Mime? Yeah, to Rayleigh. In the older games prior to, I think Sun and Moon, but it might be Sword and Shield, you had to have a Pokemon in your party to do an in-game trade or trade with friends. Actually, no, it might be X and Y that let you trade with friends, but I think you still had to have it in your party for an in-game trade. I love that companies can legally bribe politicians. You gotta just ride a bike somewhere and get a good workout. I miss having a bike, but I don't really have a shed or garage to put it in, so it would get ruined the first time it rained. Isn't my old Mr. Mime great? Mimian. Oh, I lucked out. I got a freaking timid Mr. Mime. Let's go. Yeah, Mr. Mime's really cool. I might use it in one of my later playthroughs, but I don't plan on using it this time. Being not in America would solve a lot of my problems. Real. Damn, Rain out here ruining bikes. They just can't handle her beauty. She just shows up and they just like, she's like Ash Ketchum. She just shows up and bikes just explode around her. I haven't ridden a bike in a long time, at least 15 years. It's been a good little while for me too. Because I distinctly remember, this has been a long time ago, but my mom used to like to watch Ashens. You know, he'd review a lot of like Poundland, you know, what he calls Tat and all that stuff, you know, goofy, silly little things. He'd review a lot of like, of the weird video game stuff like you'd find in CVS, like, you know, the PvP, or the PNP stations or whatever. You know, stuff that looks like knockoffs of Wii or PSP or PS4s. But they would just play, like, garbage games. And the thing is, like, you know, she really liked to watch Ashens. And I distinctly, vividly remember him, who, at the time of making the video, he was 35, mentioning that he's never owned a car in his life. He had a license, but he's never needed to own a car because he lives in London. He can either walk or take public transportation anywhere he needs to go. And whenever he's out in a more rural area, he could just rent a car. And I'm like, and I remember hearing that, and I'm just like, what? Why can't it be like that in the U.S.? He lives in the UK, by the way. Happy for him. Just like that one meme with like the 4 pictures of angry Charmander that's just like, that's great. Happy for you. Okay, cuties, what say we take on Lieutenant Sergio Garcia, and then we will call it a stream. And check something in the decks real quick. Do I need a fishing rod to catch Poliwag at those locations? Wait, is the old rod magic rod? Why am I asking myself this randomly out loud? Just open up Cerebi. Give me just a sec, guys. Sorry, I had to set the mic down. Dot has claimed my entire right hand. So I'm doing all of this single-handedly. Okay, it's looking like you have to go fishing to catch it. And you stole my heart. Ooh. You might need that back, but sorry. Okay, put my Mian away. Go get cores. That was giving me sensor issues, it's chill. Oh, okay. I mean, as long as you're cool with it. I do love that right before Lieutenant Surge's gym, it's just Diglett Caves right there. Because I'm not going to do it this playthrough, but if you wanted to, you could just go in there and try to grab one of those level 31 Doug Trios. And you could probably catch one with a little bit of finagling and just hose Surge with 0 effort.
Yo, champ in making. Lieutenant Surge is a nickname. People refer to him as the Lightning American. He's an expert on electric Pokemon. Bird, water-type Pokemon match poorly against electric type.
Maddie, could you cut a worthless object real quick, please? Or Rain. Either of you is just fine. Thank you, Maddie, for once again cutting a worthless object.
Beware of paralysis, too. Lieutenant Surge is very cautious. He's locked himself in, so it won't be easy to get to him.
Die in Super Mario 64 in Minecraft. Nope, there's only trash here. Nope, there's only trash here.
This is no place for kids, even if you're good.
Sailor Dwayne. This is not the Pokemon I need to have in the lead position. Problem solving with a giant rock. Oh, this is probably going to be obnoxious, isn't it? Yo, go Cores. Also, I like the D4S. Dwayne, rock sounds familiar. Now we just need a Johnson. Anybody got one of those? Magnitude 9, woohoo. You need her in female too.
Wow, surprised me.
Let's move Cores to the front. An Asperberry.
Lieutenant Surge installed the traps in the gym himself. He set up double locks everywhere. Let me give you a hint. When you open the first lock, the second lock will be right next to it.
Party lock is in the house tonight. Nope, only Tashier. 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 Nope.
I'm a lightweight, but I'm good with electricity. That's why I joined this gym.
Engineer Bailey. I am pretty sure he's a rocker in red, blue, and yellow. Are rockers even in the remake? Oh, I got enough rock of my own, I guess. But hey, at least Screech doesn't murder your earballs. Magnitude 10. Whoa, Cores is going crazy. Voltorbu. You can be an engineer and still rock. Fair enough. Magmanite. Speaking of berries, I came across a Pokemon berry that's close to a name called a Colbur berry, and I think that's neat. Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Fried. Okay, I'll talk. Lieutenant Surge said he had the door switches inside something.
Nope, there's only trash here. 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 Hey, there's a switch under the trash. Turn it on. You can play some Smash Brothers. First electric lock opened. Fuck, I accidentally... Fuck, shit. Fuck, shit. How do the switches move around like that is my question. Wow. Okay, yeah. Why would you do that? You mean like right beside, doesn't it be anywhere beside it, or it's like exactly one tile beside it? To the left, to the right, to the left, to the left, everything you own and an ass to the left. This is it, guys. This is gonna be the next 5 hours of the stream. Imagine a hatch opens out of the can and they all have them. That makes sense. God fucking damn it. I swear, every single time I play through this part of any Pokemon game, I either have to spend way too much time doing this non-puzzle, or I get it instantly without an even try. God fucking damn it, I hit A too many times. Figures the place Americans got is a flat yellow room with trash. Also, sometimes in red, blue, and yellow, it's a little bit bugged, so it can just randomly be the one in the top corner for no reason. Because I remember that, like, there used to be so many rumors in red, blue, and yellow how to, like, make this part work. Finally. Like, people would, like, oh, you walk outside to the coast, and then you have to, like, turn around and go back into the gym to make it show up or something. I mean, it can't hurt that much to run through 2 beams of pure electricity.
When I was in the army, Lieutenant Surge was my strict CO. He was a hard taskmaster.
Qua? Gentleman Tucker. Hardly knew it. Magna dude. I feel like Double Team is another one of those moves that kind of lost its sauce in translation. I don't remember what the exact Japanese name is, but it's pretty much invoking the same idea as like the Shadow Clone Jutsu from Naruto. I think that comes through much more clearly in the anime. Course is at level 25. You know what that means.
Stop, you're very good.
It's fucking time for Graveler. Got the big old grabby hands.
It's not easy opening that door. Lieutenant Surge is always famous for his cautious nature in the army. Hey kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat, not with your puny power. I tell you, kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zapped my enemies into paralysis. Same as I'll do to you.
Interesting thing with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Okay, with Red and Blue, the entire original script for those was written by only Satoshi Tajiri. And with Fire Red and Leaf Green, there was a rule in place for the people developing it that anything from the original script is not allowed to be changed. It has to stay exactly as Tajiri wrote it. They could add new dialogue, for stuff like the Sevi Islands or a few things like that, but everything else had to be the exact dialogue from the original. And you may also say, well, with the English version, there are definitely some changes from Red, Blue, and Yellow's script. The reason for that is because the English script for Fire Red and Leaf Green is more accurate to the Japanese original than Red and Blue's script for English is. Also, Naruto did the thing to turn into a hot woman, something that's stuck in my brain for reasons no one here can relate to, probably. I mean, yeah, obviously, exactly. Because the thing that always gets me with the sexy jutsu in Naruto is that Naruto doesn't, turn into a woman he knows or a supermodel or anything. He turns into a female version of himself. Anyway, Chorus has defeated this entire gym with 3 magnitude clicks.
Now that's a shocker. You're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge.
Thanks, guys.
The Thunder Badge cranks up your Pokemon speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly lightning quick anytime, kid. You're special, kid. Take this. TM34 contains Shockwave. Teach it to an electric Pokemon. Little word of advice, kid. Electricity's sure powerful, but it's useless against ground-type Pokemon.
I realize that.
Woo, that match was electric. Electric.
Alrighty. Now, one other thing I want to do before we call it a night, since Chorus evolved into Graveler, really want to learn that full song. It is such a good song. All of the dream, how does it mean when the rhythm is glad? There is nothing to be sad. Danger and dance, clapping the hands. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. If your Pokedex is complete data for 30 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. I do indeed have 30 kinds of Pokemon. Oh, this right here, get the item finder, was the thing I wanted to do before the end. She's a bit limited. It can't pinpoint item locations. What it does is show the direction where the item is. Use it to get your bearings, then search the suspect area by hand. Thought so. Wanted to be sure. There are some special things with the item finder in Fire Red and Leaf Green, because there are certain special spots you can stand in that will give you special items only if you're standing in it. The item finder won't find them otherwise. Though I don't think there are any areas like that around here. Yep. It's like the Versus Secret, it just spans across one screen. Okay, I'm gonna check my mop real quick. Get through to 11. Route 6. Okay. The item finder dowsing machine is so bad prior to Gen... Bad, but inconvenient. Yeah, more inconvenient. I don't know. It is kind of fun to use in Gen 4. But it's still a little bit... It can still be a little bit annoying sometimes. Whipping out my rod. A Pokemon's on the hook. Don't get cooked. I know in this game you can get things besides Magikarp to show up with the old rod, but I don't think the Pokemon I want's gonna be it. Have a feeling the answer is probably no. All right, I am actually really happy that we got a lot done today. We did 3 in-game trades. We did the SS and we defeated Lieutenant Surge. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming by and hanging out with me, playing some Pokemon. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay, one thing I'm going to try to do, because I've been really bad about this, and I need to start doing it again, is I'm going to try to see if there's any homies online I can raid. Actually, no, none of my cuties are online right now, so I guess I will not be raiding today. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming by, hanging out. All the production of Productive Steam. Bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. 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 Bye.